Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you could be with us here for the final game of a triple header of action. It is Elmhurst women's soccer taking on Principia College. Blue Jays coming into the match 1-0, Principia 0-1 after losing their opener last night at Dominican. It's a very wet and rainy Langhorst field. As we'll run down the starting lineups for you. Sophia Tuliglowski in goal for the Blue Jays. It's Libby Lewis in net for Principia. The rest of Principia, Hannah Sipe, Emily Fredrickson, Chrissy Fredrickson, Madison Ahrens, Lily Burmill, Brittany Oluette, Vanessa Ramirez-Yasso, Saria Marcano, and Clarice Brook. For the Blue Jays, Sydney O'Keefe, Annalisa Lapo, Genevieve Kopecki, Emma Crick, Brittany Reinhardt, Libby Hercules, Jamie Lessela, Madison Howe, Kim Stanzik, and Kennedy Ehrman. Blue Jays victorious yesterday, 3-1 to start the season over Fontbonne. Meanwhile, Principia 0-1. They got blanked by Dominican 5-0. As the Panthers in the area, the Chicago area, for a 2-game swing to start the season. Taking on Dominican. And now the Blue Jays. Touched in front, diving forward and smothering that ball is Lewis. Goal scorers for the Blue Jays yesterday, Stanzik, O'Keefe, and Crick. All with goals. It was 1-0 at the half. The Blue Jays added 2 in the second, made it 3-0. Elmhurst wearing the multicolored blues. This one deflects to O'Keefe. Out on the near side, works around a defender, centering pass towards the middle. Shooting, that one went off an Elmhurst player. Reinhardt recovers, shoots again. And the flag was up on the far side. Officials for this evening's contest: Demetrius Katsingos, Dimitar Shavardov, and Jen Mayfield. Blue Jays with an excellent scoring chance right there. Principia in the white and black, white shirts, black stripes, black shorts, black numbers. Elmhurst in the two-colored blue with the light blue shorts and the navy blue tops with the white numbers. And a goal kick coming up for Principia. The rain continues to fall here at Langhorst Field. Definitely has let up somewhat, as it was a downpour towards the end of the men's game and even at the warm-ups of this contest. Kennedy Ehrman plays it over to Madison Howe. Howe points to that far side. That one headed into the air by the Blue Jays. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Principia. This game 3 of our triple header at Langhorst Field today. Football started it off. Didn't go so well for the Blue Jays and a loss to Loris. The men's soccer team was next. They won 4-0. Women trying to close it out on a positive note as well. Here's Kim Stanzik, chipping ahead. Here's Kopecki, controlling for the Blue Jays. Plays it back for the drive and punched away by Lewis. Elmhurst will keep it in. Managed to keep it in, but then lost it over the end line. A goal kick coming out for Principia. Deflected again. O'Keefe giving chase for the Blue Jays. That's going to roll out for a corner kick. Kennedy Ehrman will take the corner for the Blue Jays. Has Howe with her standing close if she elects to play it short. Drives that one towards the box. It's headed right back in Stanczyk's direction, in Ehrman's direction. No, that is Kim Stanczyk actually taking the corner. Stanczyk this time plays it short. Howe aiming far side, headed, and that one just wide of the net. Goal kick coming up here for Principia. Almost out of the rain pattern here tonight. Here's a touch pass. O'Keefe, open net. She shoots, she scores. Sydney O'Keefe off the feed from Jamie Lesala. O'Keefe's second of the season. So just like that, not even 7 minutes in, Elmhurst is on the scoreboard. They lead it 1-0. Sydney O'Keefe's second of the year in 2 games. Here's O'Keefe, this time down the far side. Centering pass out in front and a good punch away by Libby Lewis. Elmhurst still with possession. Line drive shot and another save by Lewis. Blue Jays peppering the net with shots so far already with 6 of them in the early going. Almost all the action's been on this half of the field. That one will roll out and a Elmhurst throw-in. Annalisa Lampo plays that one forward. O'Keefe to Kopecky, and Principia will just push that one out of play. Throw-in coming for the Blue Jays. Looks like the rain has almost subsided here. Definitely have to contend with the wet turf. But the field at Langhorst Field does dry awfully fast. Foul on the Blue Jays. Ball tapped around. Kennedy Ehrman. In the middle, it comes to Reinhardt. Here's Lesla. Centering pass down the middle again. And a good recovery by Principia. Stanczyk was off to the races in the middle, but knocked out of play by Principia. Another corner kick opportunity for Elmhurst. Kim Stanczyk will head over, and we'll stop the clock. And we've got a shaken up player for Principia. Vanessa Ramirez-Yasso, the player shaken up, will get some help from the training staff as she comes off. So the clock will restart on the touch from Stanzik. Centering pass and headed into the net. So just like that, the Blue Jays have made it 2-0 off the header off the corner kick. Lindsey Clark was the player who came on for Ramirez-Yasso. Elmhurst pushing forward again. It's O'Keefe. Has Stanzik in the middle. That one's blocked back out. Another corner kick for the Blue Jays. One more corner kick for the Blue Jays. That one steered clear. Not out of harm's way, though. Elmhurst still with possession. Firing that one in. Lewis will play it on the hop. That one's played across the field. Principia trying to mount some offense, as it's been all Elmhurst so far. Blue Jays out shooting the Panthers 8-0, putting 5 of those on goal already. It's Kennedy Ehrman who had the header off of Stanzik's corner kick. And a breakaway chance here again for Elmhurst, pushing down the near side. Here's Lesla. Centering pass. That one doesn't get through. Steered clear by Principia. Whistle, and we're going the other way for the Panthers. So a quick 2-goal lead for the Blue Jays. Goals from O'Keefe and Ehrman. Elmhurst in solid control of this contest. Lindsey Clark has it for the Panthers. Lost it the other way. Kopecky. Stanzik will get there and keep it in for Elmhurst. Stood up at the 30-yard line. Comes back the other way for Clark. Panthers trying to counter. Chrissy Fredrickson on the attack, but has it taken away. Emma Crick will slide it to the far side. Brittany Reinhardt for Elmhurst. Slips it to Lesla. In the middle, looking for a touch from Stanzik. It rolls too far, and Lewis will scoop that one up. Bang downfield by Lewis. Off a couple of heads and out of the feet of Fredrickson. Plays to the far side, but Elmhurst is there first in the form of Emma Crick. Pinballed back to the Panthers, slid toward midfield. And Elmhurst comes away with it. Blue Jays pushing forward on the attack. Aiming for the far side for Kopecky. Will she get there? Yes, she will. Nope, couldn't quite keep it in. Rolled over the line after the goal line, so it'll be a goal kick coming up. Elmhurst and Kopecky one more time coming back on the attack. That one deflected away by Principia. Panthers trying to counter. Alexandra Whiteman had that one touch off her. It'll go back onto the attack side now. Her sliding play. Stanza keeps her feet. Can she keep it in? No. Couldn't quite keep it in. Freiberg a little slow to get up. Seems like she's okay for the Panthers. And we'll stop the clock. Starting back up again after a little pause for injury. Here's Hannah Sipe with possession. Slides back Madison Aarons. Takeaway for the Blue Jays. Brittany Reinhardt has it. Here's Emma Crick. Chipping it forward. It's knocked away. 16 minutes gone by. 29 minutes left on the clock in the opening half. It's 2-0 Blue Jays. Elmhurst on the attack from the far side, cutting in, centering pass off a foot of a Principia defender. And pushed back the other way, but Elmhurst has it right back, but unable to keep that one in play. That one's out of bounds. Throw in coming for the Panthers. Throw in coming for the Blue Jays. Headed down and now booted back out of bounds. Another toss in for the Blue Jays. That one loose on the field, steered out of bounds. Throw in coming now for Principia. Elmhurst takeaway. O'Keefe chips that one up. That one off the football goalpost over the top. 9th shot of the contest for the Blue Jays. Very little action on the other half of the 50-yard line so far at midfield. Whiteman has it for the Panthers. Excuse me, check that. That's Marcano. Lost possession. Brittany Reinhardt turns, takes a look. Will come to the near side. Madison Howe, the transfer from Aurora. Slips that one forward to Stanzik. Stanzik centers it through. O'Keefe collects, and shit goes in. Thought that Lewis was going to get there, but a nice feed. And Sydney O'Keefe with goal number 2 of the game. Third of the season. So 3-0 Blue Jays with 26:18 left to go in the first half. Not even midway through the first, and Elmhurst has already matched yesterday's goal total with 3. Throw in for Principia, about as deep as they've been on this side of the field. Elmhurst defense is there. Here's a shot, but an easy save for the Blue Jays. Only the first shot, not much on it from Oluette. Easy save for Elmhurst and Sophia Tuloglowski. Had a good game yesterday, allowed just 1 goal in the win over Principia. Another long ball played ahead. Stanzik giving chase. Or excuse me, that's Jamie Lesla. She will get there again. Lesla aiming far side for Stanzik, and O'Keefe comes charging in and just shot it wide. Three nothing Elmhurst, 24 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the first half. Goal kick is going to bounce straight out of bounds, and Elmhurst has been getting a lot of turnovers here to start things off in the first half. And the Blue Jays have kept the pressure on, outshooting Principia 11-1. Blue Jays didn't have a ton of shots yesterday against Fontbonne, but they made them count. I think already have surpassed yesterday's shot total in the first 21 minutes. Throwing on the near side for the Blue Jays, and Howe. Burmill back the other way for the Panthers. That one's going to roll towards the sideline and trickle out of play into the Elmhurst bench. Blue Jays throw-in. Several substitutions set to come in on the far side. Here's the long ball ahead. This is O'Keefe. Couple dribbles, deflects loose, and Principia able to clear the box. Stanzik couldn't quite catch up to that pass from Ehrman. It'll be a throw in for Principia. And substitutions for Elmhurst. 5 new players coming in. Poggi in for Elmhurst. She will take the throw in. Heather Hoffman checking in as well. McKinley Green out there for Elmhurst as well. We mentioned Poggi. Megan Mrazek out for the Blue Jays. Bree Girardi on the far side, too. There's your 5 subs for the Blue Jays. Past the midway point of half number 1. Still 3-0 Blue Jays. And rolls into the Principia bench. Off of Elmhurst. A throw in for the Panthers. Giving chase is Hannah Sipe. She will get there first for Principia. Now stood up, tries to center a pass. It's broken up by the Blue Jays, and coming back on that was Emma Crick. Elmhurst trying to push forward, has it taken away by Principia. Marcano stripped of the ball, and back the other way comes Elmhurst. The throw in front of their own bench as we hit 20 minutes, 40 seconds. Elmhurst starting to attack, bringing the ball up on the far side. Here's Kopecky trying to center, and we got a offside call on Elmhurst. Headed forward by Principia. But quickly lost to the Blue Jays. Off a Principia player and a throw in for Elmhurst. Elmhurst trying to slide that one up the far side, taken away by Principia. Here comes Sipe. Has it poked out of bounds, a throw in for Principia. Booted forward, out of play, deflected again. It'll be another throw in for the Panthers. Steered right back in that way, so we'll go 3 in a row from the same spot. Lobbing it forward, Marcano. will play that one back towards the center. Coming up to handle that one is Lindsey Clark. And drilled all the way back across midfield. Well, dangerous pass is slipping that one through, but Kopecky almost got there to break that one up. Now here's Lesala feeding Kopecky on the outside. Kopecky racing in, puts on the brakes, and has it taken away. Good stand-up defense by Principia. But Elmhurst has possession once again. Lobbed in, it'll eventually trickle over the goal line. It'll be a throw-in for, or excuse me, a goal kick rather for the Panthers. Heather Hoffman heads that one forward, headed right back out by Principia. Ahrens battles for the ball, wins it for the Panthers. Slipping that one forward. Her pass taken away, though, by Elmhurst. Here's Poggi. Looking for Hoffman. Has it broken up the other way, but Elmhurst right there one more time. This time it's Mrazek. Will go across the field in the green. That one pushed well wide. But coming out to field that one is Lewis. Lewis will drop kick it away. Mrazek volleys it down. Crick doing a nice job battling, wins it. Mrazek has it now for Elmhurst. Here's Hoffman. Not enough on that pass, has it taken away. And then steered clear. That one's going to roll all the way down. And going to go so that the side, it'll be a throw-in right off the corner. Very close to a corner kick, but just a throw-in. Lindsey Clark, the sophomore from Monroe, Connecticut. Push that one forward, out of bounds, throw in for the Blue Jays. Couple more substitutions for Elmhurst. Maddie Roeder into the contest. Mari Gragnani in as well. Elmhurst has a pretty deep bench, and with a 3-0 lead, have the opportunity to play a lot of their reserves. That one's booted back to Tuloglowski, who just steers that one away. It'll be another throw-in for Principia. 14 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Clark lobs that one in. This one will end up going over the line, though. It'll be a goal kick for the Blue Jays. Julie Glowski taking her time. 13 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half. Over a couple players before Clark gets a foot on it. Chip back into the box, and Tuloglowski out to handle that one. Pushing forward, Elmhurst on the far side. Gragnani with a run. And it'll roll out of bounds. A throw in for the Blue Jays. Gragnani centering pass back towards the middle. Off a Panther player. Now here comes Principia. That pass telegraphed, and stepping in front is Poggi. Now she lost possession, and here's Marcano. Boom forward, but that one will roll all the way into the box and bounds away momentarily from Tuloglowski. She can pick this one up if she wants to, and she will. We'll put it down and play it to the near side for Poggi. Bree Girardi cutting across. Here's Elmhurst pushing forward. Hoffman with her hand up, calling for the ball. Hits her in stride. But Principia able to get back defensively and recover and clear it out of the box. It'll roll over the near sideline here. Throw in for the Blue Jays as we hit 11:35 to go. Lapo had it, lost it for Elmhurst. Here's Burmel for the Panthers. That one coming back the other direction one more time. Steered out of bounds, and another throw in for the Blue Jays. Lobbed into Hoffman. Controls. Slips it over to Grieve in the middle. Grieve has Poggi on the near sideline. Poggi turns, gets a look, shooting. And coming out and taking that one on the one hop is Lewis. 12th shot of the contest for the Blue Jays. Out shooting Principia 12-1. Gragnani has it for Elmhurst. It's deflected off of a Principia foot. Booted back the other direction by the Panthers. Mrazek is there for Elmhurst. Now here's Crick. Taken back by Crick. Heather Hoffman looks for some help. Finds Girardi. Working her way back towards the center. Will touch back to Crick. Centering a pass, trying to spring Poggi on the near sideline. Too far. And it rolls out. 9:40 left to go in the first half. 3-0 Blue Jays. Rolling out in front of the Principia bench. Throw in for the Panthers. And here's Principia up the far side with some numbers. Elmhurst closing quickly, though, and getting there to slow it down. Another throw in for Principia. That one comes loose, a line drive shot. Right there is Tuloglowski. Just the second shot of the contest so far for Principia. Plenty of time for Tuloglowski to get there for that one, as that was Burmel with the shot. Coming up on the 8-minute mark, 8:15. Girardi to Gragnani on the far side. Elmhurst looking to counter. pushing from the far side of the field. Throw in for Elmhurst in front of the Principia bench. This one will trickle all the way back towards midfield where Elmhurst has it. Trying to spring Hoffman on an attack on the near side, and the pass from Howe was too far. So a throw in for Principia. Panthers give it right back to the Blue Jays, though. Poggi lobs in for Hoffman. We'll play that one back to Poggi, and she'll pass it back to her defense. Howe takes a look. Poggi, with some space, slips that pass forward. Driving forward is Madison Howe. Touched on into the middle to Hoffman. Hoffman gets around her defender, turns, and blasts it wide. Clock down 6 minutes, 15 seconds. Whistle and a foul against the Blue Jays. Boomed forward. Battled for by Elmhurst. Taken by the Jays. And now Principia has it. And this will be a corner kick for the Panthers, their first of the game. Angling toward the far side. Shot blocked by Principia. That one sent back in and pushed wide by the Panthers. There's an opportunity for Elmhurst. Pushing in is Girardi. Girardi stops, centers it back towards the middle. Roeder lost her footing a little bit as we are under 4 minutes to go. Elmhurst still with possession. Razik. And the flag's up. Offsides on Elmhurst. Loose on the field. Elmhurst wins the battle. Roeder pushes back for the Blue Jays. Grieve has it. Looking for Gragnani. Can she get there to keep it in? No, she can't. Sprinting up the near side is Heather Hoffman. And the flag up again. Offside again by the Blue Jays. That is the fourth time they've been caught offside as we wind down to the 2-minute mark. Clock winding down to 1:25 to go. Racing ahead. Elmhurst going to get there first. Stepping in, shooting it, and a good save by Lewis to keep this a 3-goal game as Girardi had the run. Corner kick for Elmhurst with about 44 seconds to go. Time for one more. Clock down to 35 seconds. Poggi will come short. Boomed across, looking for the head of Hoffman. Not out yet. Elmhurst able to keep possession. Crick turns, centers, and that one going to trickle wide. And that's probably how this first half is going to come to a close. Goal kick with the clock winding down under 7 seconds now. And so the first 45 minutes are in the book, and it's been all Elmhurst. 3-0. The Blue Jays lead it at the half. Goals from Sydney O'Keefe, Kennedy Ehrman, and Sydney O'Keefe in the span of about 12 minutes. Took it from a 0-0 game to a 3-0 Elmhurst lead. And it's been all Blue Jays as they've dominated the contest, out-shooting Principia 14-3. Step away. We'll be back for the call of the second half. You're watching Elmhurst College Women's Soccer on BlueJayTV.com. Getting set for the start of the second half. Back live on BlueJayTV.com. My name's Kevin Jude. Glad you could be with us tonight. It's the Elmhurst women's soccer team leading Principia College 3-0 as we get set for half number 2. It's been all Blue Jays here. Light rain falling just briefly again, but the rain seems to have completely stopped. Jamie Lesala on the far side for the Blue Jays. One rolls out, a throw in for Elmhurst. Blue Jays looking to go 2-0. Had a great start last year before the wheels kind of fell off in the month of October in conference play. Elmhurst had a long scoring drought in the CCIW. Finished the year at 2-6, but had a fantastic September out of the gate, finishing 7-1. Excuse me, they were 8-1 in September. Won their first 7 contests to start last year. Here's an opportunity for the Blue Jays again. This is Crick racing in on the far side. Deflected off of Crick, and this will go as a goal kick for the Panthers. Libby Lewis shoots that one downfield. It's bounced around a little bit, controlled by Elmhurst and Libby Hercules. Reinhardt with some space. Finds Sydney O'Keefe. Cutting in on the right side. O'Keefe centers that one. Deflected away. Hercules with the drive. Had it, lost it, and recovered it again. Nice job by Libby Lewis to keep track of that one. Save number 6 for the sophomore goalkeeper. Brittany Reinhardt will slip it back to Hercules. Emma Crick to Kennedy Ehrman. Ehrman trying to spring a run from the far sideline. Getting there is O'Keefe. Or check that, that's Sydney O'Keefe on the near side instead. Here's Crick chipping that one forward. That one's going to be pushed well wide, and Lewis will come over and gather it up. Bang downfield. Here's Hannah Sipe trying to push forward for Principia. Will roll toward the sideline. Madison Howe gives chase. Nice move to keep that one in. But the pass slips by Elmhurst. Back the other way, Principia. Now with some room to work is Burmill. Burmill lost it to O'Keefe. Touchback to Libby Hercules. Lobs ahead for Stanzik, trying to get a run towards the middle. Still loose. Stanzik deflected again. Chipped in now for Stanzik one more time. She will track it down on the near side, and a flag comes flying up as Stanzik is held. And a free kick for the Blue Jays. And the line judge will walk out to indicate the 10-yard mark. Hercules fakes the run. Reinhardt will take the kick. Aiming far side for O'Keefe. Off of her. Kopecky can't get a foot on it, and it's cleared out of the box by Principia. It'll roll right back to the Elmhurst bench. Out of play. Last deflected by an Elmhurst player. Lobbed in again. Stanzik off to the races. Stanzik with possession, shooting. She scores. Boy, Lewis didn't come out of the net that time, and Stanzik able to get there and bury it. And Lewis down on the field, shaken up. And a call for the trainers to come out to attend to Libby Lewis. That ball was 50-50 ball, and Stanzik had the defenders beat, and Lewis waited back on the line, didn't charge out of the box until thought maybe the aggressive play would be to come out and try to just boot that clear. Got a late start on it, and Stanzik made him pay. To see who sprung that ball forward. I think it was Kennedy Ehrman with the long pass. Check that, it was Jamie Lesela with the assist. So Stanczyk's second goal of the season has increased Elmhurst's lead to 4. As the clock rolling here once again. Stanczyk looking for a centering pass, cutting through and just missing it over the top. O'Keefe had a chance for the hat trick and just sent it high. Stanczyk will not catch up to this one. Far side, Madison Howe. Stanczyk touches it forward on the far side one more time. In the middle, here's Reinhardt with a step, shooting, and into the net. Brittany Reinhardt with the goal. So it's a 5-0 Elmhurst lead. Give Madison Howe the assist on the Reinhardt goal. Goal number 1 on the season for Brittany Reinhardt. So Elmhurst tacking on 2 early goals here in the second half. They've opened it up a 5-0 advantage. Looking to just continue to pour it on right now. Here's Reinhardt in front, getting a shot, this one a save. Good move by by Hercules. Here's O'Keefe up the near side, racing in. Centering pass is blocked away. O'Keefe had it, now a whistle and a foul. And so a free kick coming for Elmhurst again from the side. Been a fairly clean game, not a lot of fouls called on either squad. Linesman will come out, back up the defense to the 10-yard spot. Reinhardt will handle the free kick. Line drive off the post. Rebound shot is saved by Lewis as Reinhardt with the free kick almost put it in, hitting the post. Whole slew of subs set for Elmhurst on the far side. Reinhardt ahead to O'Keefe. O'Keefe with plenty of space. Has some help coming from the far side, centers it back, and the flag is up for offsides. Four subs for the Blue Jays, sub for Principia as well. Stanzik and O'Keefe are out. Kristen Kelly, one of the subs for Elmhurst. Maddie Roeder back out for Elmhurst as well. Ehrman takes it away for Elmhurst. Kopecky to Roeder. Has Kelly open on the near side. And getting back on defense is Clark to push that one out of bounds and a throw-in for the Blue Jays. Grieve back out for the Blue Jays as well. Too far for Elmhurst. See Haley Parr getting her first action of the contest as well. Deflecting to the far side. Crick gets there to slow it down for Elmhurst. Now Principia with possession. Boom downfield. Over everybody. It got past Marcano to the feet of Tuliglowski, who came out 30 yards off the line to field that one. Reinhardt to Grieve. Grieve touches in front to Parr. Taken away by Principia. Here's Clark. Back towards the middle. Maddie Roeder now controls. Pushed out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Principia. Played 1/3 of the second half. 30 minutes left on the clock in regulation. Elmhurst in total control of this one, leading 5-0. Roeder slides it across to the far side. Here's Brittany Reinhardt. She's had a great game so far. Lesala Steps around one defender, steps around a second. Can she get around a third? Contact, play on, says the official, as you hear the crowd unhappy about that one underneath us. Two great moves to shake some defenders from Lesala. It's like she got bumped a little bit, but not enough to warrant the foul call and a penalty kick. Reinhardt trying to keep her feet. Gets guided off the ball by Burmill. Far side giving chase, unable to keep that one in, was Kopecky. Christina Reddington was the other sub that we missed from Principia earlier. Chipped in. Libby Lewis out to smother that one. Booming that one downfield. Reinhardt got a read on that one, stepped in front of it. Roeder will push it to the far sideline. Here's Crick. Or correction, that's Kopecky. Changes direction. That one lobbed in. Easy save from the top for Lewis. Kennedy Ehrman has it for the Blue Jays. Here's Maddie Roeder. Grieve. Pinball the round. It'll go out of play and a throw in for Elmhurst. Substitutions now for the Blue Jays. Out go Lesala and Crick. Gragnani back on. Girardi back on for the Blue Jays. Ehrman drives forward, off the foot of Gragnani, slowed down momentarily. That's Girardi giving chase, but it'll be a throw-in for Principia. Substitution now for the Panthers. Mari Gragnani battling, gets fouled on the far side. Far side, that one trickling in. Can they get there to slow it down? No. Great play, but not enough before it went over the line for a goal kick. Great lob that time by Roeder. Ball at the feet of McKinley Grieve. Changes direction. Shakes a defender. She pushes towards the middle. Here's Maddie Roeder. Looking for Kelly, but led her too far out of bounds. Kelly right there for Elmhurst. Another throw in for the Blue Jays. Substitution first, though. As Reinhardt heads out, Megan Mrazek back for the Blue Jays. Girardi wins it in front, headed down by Gragnani and pushed it wide. Parr chips that one in, but Lewis comes out to smother that one. As it has been all Elmhurst here, out shooting him 23-3. Grieve will play back to the feet of Elmhurst keeper Sophia Tuloglowski. Felt some pressure, so she just kicked that one out of play. Looking for Sipe. Chuck that for Burnmill, rather. Elmhurst takes it away again. Working on Clark. Can't shake her. Clark back the other direction now for the Panthers. She has it taken away by Mrazek. Mrazek feeding the far sideline. Out of play. Substitutions now for both squads one more time. Poggi back in. Maddie Wan into the contest now for Principia as well. Reddington boots that one across the field. Getting there first for Elmhurst is Gragnani. Poggi couldn't quite keep it in. We've played more than half of the second half, down to 21:50 on the clock. Ehrman there for Elmhurst. Leaves for Poggi. That one ripped into the Principia bench, and it'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. Kelly had it and then lost it. A throw-in again for Principia. Long ball from Gragnani. Once again, slow to come off the line. It's still loose on the field. And rolling out of bounds. Let's see, this is going to be a corner. Boy, it looked like Lewis couldn't make up her mind if she wanted to stay back or come out for that one. And by the time she came out, was step for step with Girardi. She comes out sooner. I think she's got that one pretty easily. Instead, it's a corner kick for the Blue Jays. Headed out by Clark. Chipped back into the box, and this time Lewis comes sprinting out to smother that one. Less than 20 minutes to go in the contest. All Elmhurst so far, leading 5-0. Lobbed ahead for Gragnani, too far. And into the box, it'll go to Lewis. Pressure loose on the floor, open net. Tried to center it back, and down on the ground is Elmhurst keeper Sophia Tuloglowski, and this is going to get blown dead by the official, and he will call for the training staff. Could be a bloody nose or something like that as the trainer's putting the gloves on to work on Tuloglowski here. Hope she's okay. Has a good opportunity that time as Tuloglowski went down and Principia had an open net basically and just couldn't quite connect on a pass. Tuloglowski is going to exit the contest, it looks like, and it's like Katie Nibby, freshman goalkeeper from California, going to get her first collegiate action now. So Principia will just play it back. Maybe he'll get her first touch. Plays it short. Some pressure put on by Principia. Grieve. To Mrazek. Will spin around a bit. Find Grieve back near the sideline. To Mrazek. Nice sliding play to break it up by Principia and Reddington. Trapped down by the Blue Jays. Erman to Mrazek. Has some time. That's off of the leg of Clarice Brook. It'll roll out for a throw-in for Elmhurst. Grieve lobs in. Played back to Grieve. Cross towards the middle, loose in front. Lewis had it, lost it, shooting and scoring is Kelly. Kristen Kelly, right place, right time for the Blue Jays. So a 6-goal lead for the Blue Jays. 16 minutes, 30 seconds left now. Far side, Poggi gives chase, can't quite keep it in. Ball cleared back in towards the box. Nibby will come out. Stop that one with her feet. She can pick it up and does so. Guns that one to the side for Grieve. Chest trap down. Played back to Howe. Mrazek touched off the foot of Roeder. Looking to counter is Principia. Roeder. Poggi gets there first for Elmhurst. Six 0 Blue Jays. 2/3 of this half are in the book. 15 minutes all that's left. Another run from the outside for the Blue Jays. And a nice job to break that one up. But a corner kick coming for Elmhurst. Looks like that's Mrazek who will take the corner for the Blue Jays. Lofted in the air. Headed on and nearly flicked on by Kelly. But off of her leg, and a goal kick coming up. Substitutions for the Blue Jays. Ehrman heads out. Her night done. Girardi out as well. Sharon Lopez, one of the subs. Caitlin Patrick out there as well for the Blue Jays. Mrazek has it. Touches on to Patrick. Poggi as we near the 13-minute mark. Mrazek. Touch to Roeder. That one served well wide out of play. Goal kick coming for Libby Lewis. Loose on the field, Gragnani will get there first. Chipped ahead and will bounce into the arms of Lewis. Steered clear, headed back down by Patrick. Megan Mrazek takes a look, spins towards the middle looking for, and once again Lewis staying back. Let the defense get there first. Got some help that time from Whiteman. Throw in for the Panthers. Headed down by the Blue Jays to the feet of Roeder. Looks for Gragnani. Has her. Far sideline, Elmhurst unable to catch up. It'll be a throw-in now for Principia. Stepping in front is Grieve. Touch to Mrazek. Mrazek to Madison Howe. That one chipped in, flag up offsides. Nearing 10 minutes to go. On the ground to Burmill. Chipped ahead. Principia giving chase. This is Hannah Sipe. Sending it in. Off the leg and diving for that one is Nibby. To smother that one. Katie Nibby gets her first taste of action. First save. Driven forward into the box. That one is going to roll all the way over the end line. Substitution now for Elmhurst. Kelly out. Hoffman back for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays await Katie Nibby's goal kick. Drop down. Alouette there for the Panthers. Sent back towards the middle, but the Blue Jays get there first. Loose again, and Grieve will boot it towards the sideline. Getting there first is Gragnani. Lost her footing, though. Taken back by Principia. Roeder tried to push it forward. Principia countered, shoved it out of bounds instead. Elmhurst unable to keep it in play. It'll be a throw in the other direction for the Panthers. Eight minutes to go. Hoffman. Lopez giving chase. Hoffman has it for the Blue Jays. Hoffman works her way towards the middle, sees some traffic, steps around her. Hoffman to Gragnani, touched back to the foot of Poggi. And will rotate around to Roeder. Mrazek to Grieve on a run from the outside. Grieve pushes it towards the middle, no one there but white jerseys. This one will bound up over the head of Clark, handled by the Blue Jays. Poggi has some contact with Sipe. Poggi wins the battle. That one shot in by Elmhurst, and soaking it up is Lewis rather. Roeder put that one out of play. Throw in for Principias. We're down to 6.5 minutes to go. All that's left in this contest. Play on, says the official. That one sent down the far sideline. Gragnani giving chase, but will not get there fast enough, and Principia will just steer it out of play. Throw in for the Blue Jays. That one bounds free in the middle of the box. It's cleared out by the Panthers. Matty Roeder lost it into the Elmhurst bench. Throw in for Principia now. Under 6 remaining. Lined ahead. Deflected. That one popped into the air. Well, Nibby might come out. She doesn't. This one's just going to be headed wide by Christina Reddington. Elmhurst out shooting Principia 26-5 in the contest. 17 of those are on goal. 3 of Principia's 5 shots have been on goal. Grieve can't keep it in play. Throw in now for the Panthers on the near sideline. Brooke will toss it in. Lost it to Hoffman. Back the other way is Whiteman. Slipped that through some traffic to Lopez. Gragnani from the left side. Gragnani putting on some speed. Centering in. That one bounds and just outside the reach of Lewis. Giving chase and keeping that one in is Hoffman. Great job by Hoffman to keep it in play. Centers back. That one's going to roll away. Roeder will get there and stop it, though. Roeder sends it back towards the middle. Hoffman charging in. Couldn't get a leg on it. And it'll be a goal kick. Some good sequence by the Blue Jays. A couple good chances, just not able to convert on it. Final 4 minutes of this contest. Matty Roeder has it with 3:20 left to go in this contest. Trying to spring Hoffman. Hoffman gets it, shoots, and scores! Hoffman with her first collegiate goal from Roeder with 3:16 remaining. Seven nothing Elmhurst as the Blue Jays just rolling right now. As we hit the 3-minute mark left in this contest. Hoffman, great step. Steps around her defender easy. Here's Roeder. They've got Gragnani on the outside. Gragnani with plenty of space to run. Gragnani stepping in. Contact, gets to her feet, still loose in the middle of the box, and now cleared back out. Elmhurst still going to get a shot. That one is fired by Poggi and blocked. As we hit 1:45 to go. That one sent back in loose and steered out of play. A corner kick coming. So Mrazek will take the corner kick for Elmhurst as we come close to the 1 minute mark left in regulation. We'll play it short. Sent in, steered out. Less than a minute to go now as Elmhurst about to improve to 2-0 on the season. Beating a pair of SLIAC conference teams, winning a go over Fonpon yesterday in a 3-1 contest, and right now cruising 7-0 over Principia. One bang downfield. Hoffman with some room, trying to find Gragnani. And Gragnani just didn't get much of a shot. It got pushed wide. Down to 20 seconds to go. Is this one about to be a final for the Blue Jays? Hoffman finds Gragnani to the outside. Gragnani with one last serve. Sent in and chipped up and over by Hoffman as the horn sounds. So the final score, Elmhurst 7, Principia 0. The Blue Jays 2-0 now on the season. Principia 0-2. So that will do it for our broadcast tonight. Elmhurst in action again next Sunday as the Blue Jays playing host to Webster University, the third SLIAC team to start the season for Elmhurst. So to our entire crew, this is Kevin Juday saying thank you. Thanks for tuning in tonight and watching Elmhurst College Women's Soccer. We'll see you next week, everybody.